guys, welcome to my channel. So if you're here by now, that means that you are the title and you know that I'm going to be talking to you about leveling up right now, no procrastinating. So if you want to hear about that, sit down and let's have a meeting. Okay, so I'm going to first be talking to you guys about mindset. Warning, if I look down at all, I'm just looking at my notes. So the reason why mindset is important is because it shows on the physical. You focusing only on the physical aspect, like when you go into the new year, you plan your rebrand. So many people put skincare and how to lose weight, new style, all that stuff, all physical changes on their vision board. They don't think about the mindset because you see women that you want to look like or that you admire or just that are like, you have this dream you planned out and you visualize them and all you see is the physical. And so that would come to your brain. So that makes sense, but the mindset is so important. Purely focusing on the physical will move you very, very slow. You will make very little progress. Yes, you will make progress, of course. Like obviously whitening your teeth, getting better makeup, a new hairstyle, all of that stuff, that is going to change your look, but it's not going to change your vibe. And I really think your vibe is literally the foundation of any physical glow up. So for reference, this is what I looked like 1 year ago, and this is what I look like a week ago. So as you can see, there's not a huge physical difference. I look pretty much the same in my face, but I feel like my confidence shines, I am glowing, and my vibe is different, and I feel like this vibe is more me. So how do you change your mindset? It's something that many people struggle with. Me personally, I didn't read any of the self-help books. I do watch Tam, Wizard Liz, those type of YouTubers, just very strong, powerful YouTubers that will help women level up their mindset. But my advice from my personal experience in the last year is, first of all, you need to understand what you need. A zebra and a polar bear would never take advice from each other. Why? Because a zebra lives in the desert. A polar bear lives in the Antarctic. They're in completely different environments. Also, a zebra is there predators living around it. A polar bear is the apex predator. So that analogy is, to me, means that these are just two animals in completely different situations with completely different goals. So just because they're animals who need to survive does not mean that they're going to take advice from each other. Just because you see a powerful woman and you want to be a powerful woman, don't immediately take advice from her without looking into it more. So if a girl has very intense fitness goals, for example, you don't want to, if you're not planning on losing weight, or a better example, if she's a bodybuilder and she wants to build lots and lots of muscle, and your goal is to just maybe lose a little weight or improve your relationship with food, but nothing too intense, don't take advice from her just because you are both passionate and have goals centered around food, because your goals are very different. So when you're making goals about food or anything, make sure that specific goal, you're looking for inspiration from a person with that same goal or a very similar goal. Next, you need to stop the I have to do this mindset. So you wake up in the morning and you're thinking, oh, okay, today I have to read my book. I have to eat super healthy every meal. I have to do this. I have to lose weight. Even if it's just I have to do anything to be who I want to be. You should be thinking about who you want to be, yes, but the mindset of I have to do this is making it feel like a chore. So when you say I have to eat healthy for 3 meals a day, and that day comes and it comes and goes and you ate healthy, you're not feeling like, oh wow, I am so strong, I stuck to my goals. You're thinking, okay, that was the bare minimum. Like, I had to do that. So it's not the thinking you have to do everything, just it makes it a bare minimum thing, and that takes away the accomplishment. But the fact is, you don't have to do anything. That's also not just like a mindset change, it's a fact. You do not have to wake up at 5 a.m. You do not have to go to the gym every day. You do not have to eat healthy. All of it has benefits, but nobody has to do anything. So when you like, I just lost my train of thought. But when you have, you need to shift it to, I choose to do this. So like, I don't have to eat healthy, but I am. I don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. go to the gym, but I am. So when that day comes and goes and you ate healthy and you woke up at 5 a.m. went to the gym, you're gonna be like, wow, I am so strong for doing these hard things that I do not have to do, but I'm choosing to do. I am so strong that I have goals that I do not have to do, but I am choosing to do, and I am doing them. So that leads me to my next point. Don't give yourself more rules when you need less. So what I mean by that is, don't go to the gym every day, like you're having all these good habits and then you're not seeing like progress, or even if you are seeing a little bit of progress, you're just it's so hard, you're getting burnt out, and so like time goes by and then you start not going to the gym, you start skipping, you start eating unhealthy because you're just so burnt out and exhausted from all of the pressure that you're putting on yourself. You need less rules. You don't need to say, oh, I'm not making progress, guess I need to add another thing on my to-do list. No, that is literally what's making you fail. So you are giving yourself burnout. So if you want to be consistent, if you truly feel so burned out and you have like so much on your plate, you need to take some things off. So you need to figure out what your priorities are. Don't say, oh, I want to lose weight. Okay, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do an hour of cardio. This is what I'm going to have. I'm only going to eat healthy meals every day. I'm not going to have any snacks, like all that stuff. It literally just say, oh, I'm going to get half an hour of exercise in and eat healthy. Or I'm going to make a goal. I want to get 100 grams of protein in. You don't, for every little goal or big goal, but you don't need 100 little things on your to-do list per goal. So instead of because if you have 5 things on your to-do list for every goal and you have 5 goals, that's already 25 things on your to-do list every single day. So you just have 2 things per goal, that's and you have 5 goals, that's only 10. And they can be little things. So you can go to the gym and eat healthy. Boom, there's your losing weight goals. If you're wanting to start a business, you can say, I'm gonna work for an hour on my business and plan my week. Boom, 2 goals. And they're very small, they're easy. And so you should only be spending maybe 4 hours, I feel like, on your goals total. And you need to give yourself that other time to rest. And so when I say 4 hours, I don't mean, oh, I want this to be my career when I'm older, so I'm gonna go to school. But oh no, I have 7 hours of school. I don't mean that. That can be included, but I would make it more something I'm focusing on my education. I'm making sure I get all my homework done, and I'm gonna watch one video that on Khan Academy every night. And so then that's an hour and a half, maybe, assuming you have an hour of homework. So I think that so many people struggle with this. I struggled with this so bad. Literally only in the past 2 months have I realized that I'm putting too much pressure on myself. So I really think that more people should take that into account. And yeah, if that applies to you, please take my advice. It makes such a difference. So that being said, I need to talk about discipline now, because yes, don't put too much pressure on yourself, but you need a little bit of pressure. Because I keep hearing people talk about motivation. I see so many videos on my For You page about motivation to clean your room, here's motivation to go to the gym, which, yes, I think those videos are awesome, but not when you rely on them. Like, you need to know that you're going to the gym, and maybe you need to wake up for 10 minutes. Maybe you just sit in bed on your phone. I don't think that's a bad thing. So many people say to not wake up and go on your phone immediately. I do it because I will fall back asleep. But anyway, I'm straying from the point. If you just need to get up and like watch some gym videos, some motivation to go to the gym, like, that's not a bad thing. But don't be like, oh, if I don't find the right video, if I don't find the right gym motivation, I'm not gonna go. Like, you need to know that you're going, because if you're relying purely on how much motivation you have, that literally just means you're only doing it when you feel like it. So how do you have discipline? Number one, you need to stop thinking that discipline equals hating your life. Obviously, you know that's not what discipline means, but for so long I hear, like, even now, I hear the word discipline and my mind immediately thinks of those just doing everything for your goals and you just hate it because you don't feel like it. But that's not what discipline should mean. Yes, sometimes you don't want to do what you have to do for your goals, but that shouldn't equal literally hating your routine 24/7. To me, discipline should mean taking care of yourself. So going back to taking like specific, so many things off your one goal, you need to not like, oh, let me try that again. You are probably going to hate your life if you're going to lift weights every single day and you don't like lifting weights. That's not going to be fun for you. If you want to lose weight and you hate lifting weights, don't do that. If you want to lose weight but you hate running, don't run. Like, you don't have to do this specific thing. And also, going back to don't take advice from people who aren't similar than you. Don't see a video about this girl who lost so much weight by running and you're like, oh gosh, I'm never gonna lose weight, I just hate running. Or you're like, oh, okay, I'll try that, and then you hate running every day, but you're doing it, but you hate it and you hate your life. But you should be thinking, what do you enjoy? Like, any sort of movement that you enjoy. Do you like if you like dancing, you can take a dance class. You can do a team sport. You can go play tennis. Like, getting out of the house and moving your body, or just whatever it is your goal is, does not have to be something you don't enjoy. Or like eating healthy, for example. These are the ones I just keep going back to because I think they're the most common. You don't have to make a salad every single day for lunch. You can find a recipe for high protein pasta if that's your goal. You can find a recipe for low calorie pasta. Like, just stop structuring how to get to your goals around routines that you despise, because it's not sustainable. If you hate your routine, you're like, I'm just gonna lose 20 pounds and then I'll stop. Okay, so you lost 20 pounds, then you stopped, and now you're getting it back because you're back to your old routine. Versus, oh, okay, I'm gonna take a dance class, I'm gonna eat whatever I like that is healthy. And then, so you lose your 20 pounds, and then you're like, wow, this is so much fun. I've made it a routine. My phone just ran out of storage, so excuse that. But so now you haven't just lost the weight. You are also getting outside more, which is just making you happier. You have more energy. You're doing things that you love every day. If you actually enjoy your routine, you're going to meet your goal and more, which I think is like so important, because why would you only want to meet one goal when you could meet that goal and also just improve your life in so many ways? Okay, and so my last point about discipline is that you need to focus on your physical appearance. So I know you guys are going to be like, oh, but you just said don't focus on the physical. No, that's not what I meant. I said not to only focus on the physical, but I think it's so important, especially if you are like someone who cares about self-care, someone who's feminine, stuff like that, or just whoever you are. Like, I think it's so important to focus on your physical appearance, because not only does that, like I said, you're still obviously going to improve your physical appearance by making physical changes, but just the act of practicing like self-care, skincare, whatever it is going to bring your confidence up. So spending more time on your skincare and makeup in the morning, period, is going to bring your confidence up. Doing a face mask and an everything shower is going to bring your confidence up. You could literally look the exact same after you do that, and it's going to bring your confidence up because now you're spending an hour more every day just focusing on yourself. Like, you are going to become the main character of your life because now your life is centered around you, and you're just thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, like I'm gonna get all pretty, like I'm gonna get all dolled up. So even if the makeup turns out bad, just generally like thinking every day, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, I'm gonna get all dolled up, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go out, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make TikToks, like whatever it is, whatever you feel when you're getting ready, having that feeling more often is going to bring your confidence up. Like, I don't know how many times I've said that, but it's so true. And I think it's just so important. Even if you're a guy, everybody, like, no shade, but everybody knows that guys do not practice like extra self-care as much as girls do. Like, us girlies, we like to go above and beyond, and guys don't. Obviously, yes, basic hygiene, they do what is the most important. So no shade. But even if you are a guy, I think whitening your teeth, shaving, using curl cream, like it doesn't have to be that much, but like just a 20-minute routine, like I think it will bring your confidence up too. Okay, I hope I could help you guys out there. Again, don't take advice from anyone who isn't similar to you. So if you're similar to me, if you have the same vibe as me, definitely consider those options because they helped me grow so much. But yeah, I can make a video on physical appearance if you want. I still think the mindset is the most important, but obviously, like I said, physical appearance does still bring your confidence up. Or if you want to know some like self-care, like ways to practice, then I can definitely help you guys out with that. But let me know if this helped you, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.